So what makes a good hypothesis? Okay, so this is quite important because I actually see a lot of bad hypotheses when students work on projects just because they don't have a lot of experience. So we know that a good hypothesis is going to be stated in a declarative form rather than a question. Okay, so there is a relationship between gender and salary. Okay, that's a statement. It's not is there, no, it's a there is. Okay, you don't want to make it a question. It makes you sound weak and unsure of what you're doing. Okay, now also it should define an expected relationship between variables. Okay, so in the last hypothesis I gave you where there's a relationship between gender and salary. Okay, that's not a particularly interesting hypothesis because it doesn't state the direction I think the result will be in. So I actually think that men will make more money than women. Okay, that's a better hypothesis because I've stated the actual direction. Okay, now it should also reflect the theory or literature you're basing it on. So when you're working on your FMP, you're going to be reading a lot of articles. Okay, you should base your hypotheses out of that, not just pulling them out of thin air. Okay, it should be brief and to the point. Okay, if your hypothesis takes like 6 lines to write, it's not a very good hypothesis. You're too convoluted. You're trying to explain maybe a model, which would be a relationship between several variables rather than just a hypothesis, which is going to be the relationship really between 2 variables. Okay. Now, importantly, your hypothesis needs to be testable. Okay, you have to have things that can be measured. Okay, so you're not going to have variables about unicorns. Okay, we can't measure things about unicorns. Okay, so let's think about some hypotheses that are good, bad, or sort of indifferent. Okay, and that's what I want you to think about, and including research questions when you do the activity for this section. Okay. All right, and I will give you feedback on all of this. So, okay, I'll catch